So, what's going on, you guys? I'm Patrick of CoasterFanatics, and today we're going to be talking about the 2020 Kings Island Giga Coaster. I'm going to update you guys with all the construction, as well as talk about the leaked blueprints, and give you guys my thoughts on this massive new coaster coming to the park. So let's get started. I hope you all enjoy. Alright, so these photos were actually taken on Friday, May 24th, when I was at the park. And you can see flags and different markings and stuff where these footers are going to go. They're just starting to lay them out. And just to the left here, we got these rebar footers. These are actually they're what's going to go into the hole, and then concrete will go around them. So these are more structural stuff for better strength on these footers. The next slide, you see a bunch of trailers over here with different things, probably construction equipment and things like that. Out over here, you see what looks to be like scaffolding, but this is actually for a big storage shed that they built. You'll see that in a later photo. And then out here is the very end. This is where the end of where the Giga Coaster is going to end. Not much is going on around here. This is towards the back of the racer. This is just pretty much open land at this point. Out to the right, just off screen over here, there is one of the turns for the Beast. So this Giga is going to stop just short of the Beast over there. Unfortunately, it's going to stop, but I really wanted this to go out there and interact with the Beast, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. But this should still be pretty cool the way they got this set up. And then this I don't understand. They still have the trains for Firehawk still at the park, and this coaster's been long gone now for a couple months. I'm not sure why these are still there. You would think that these would get sent to Carowinds at this point, since they have the only Vekoma Flying Dutchman in the company right now. Theirs is called Nighthawk. The only other one in the country is Batwing at Six Flags America, and I don't see these trains going there anytime soon. So yeah, I'm not sure why they are still at Kings Island. Maybe it's a flying Giga Coaster. It'd be pretty cool. And then all these next photos are actually screenshots taken from Ohio Valley Coasters video. I'd like to thank Chad for allowing me to take these screenshots and show them in this video. Their home park is Kings Island, so they're going to be the channel to go to for consistent construction updates. I'll leave the link to their channel in the description. Make sure you guys go check them out. So this is on the other side of Flight of Fear. And you can see they built a storage like tent or shed, whatever you guys want to call it. This is the metal that was laying on the ground in my previous photo. And this is probably where they're just going to keep things dry during the construction process, more than likely. You can already see they got boom lifts and stuff in there. Now this is less than 5 days old. This is what it currently looks like. And this is going to be the station area of this Giga Coaster. You can see they've dug the holes, and they put those rebar sections that I showed you in earlier. And eventually these will be filled in with concrete. But this is all structural stuff, and eventually they'll start building up the track and eventually the station as well too. So they're moving right along so far. As you can see, this is just a week's worth of work right here since I was there and since then OVC took this video. Just off to the left here, you see more footers and a bunch more metal and stuff like that. This is just all footing stuff right here that they're working on. And then out in the distance, you can still see the Firehawk trains are still there. Once again, not sure why they are there. A little bit farther down, you see a pretty big hole right here, and I'm not sure what this is. I originally thought that this was the base for the lift hill, but by my math, it doesn't start here. It starts a little bit farther down. So you'll have the station here and probably a small straight section, kind of like how Fury 325 is. And then you'll go up the lift hill towards over here. And you'll see on the next slide, there's a big hole right here. I'm assuming this is going to be one of the big footers for the lift hill. I know the lift hill, based on the blueprints, is going to be somewhere around here behind these storage sheds. So I'm assuming this is a lift hill support right here. As you guys can see, the trailers, most of them are gone now. They've emptied them out, and they got rid of those. So this is more open right here. Also, there's like a fence section down right here. I'm not sure what that is. And there is another footer hiding right here. This could also be lift hill. And then this final shot from OVC, this is out towards the distance, out by Racer. As you can see, not much has changed from the photo that I took. They do have more heavy equipment out there, like a Bobcat. They have some bulldozers and excavator as well. But nothing really has changed. So let's take a look at these blueprints now. Alright, so this first blueprint is a side view of the station. And as you can see, it's got a rounded roof and some windows and stuff. I'm not sure what these openings are right here. It looks like there's electrical work and stuff going on there. Perhaps there's a drop track for the storage area for some of the trains. I highly doubt it. Usually B&Ms don't drop down. They typically move side to side for their storage purposes. This is a B&M Giga for sure. You could tell by the track. It's got the square spine, and then here's the tubes right here. And this is definitely a B&M train too. I mean, you got 4 seats going across, and it looks to be a clamshell design right there. I mean, these are just blueprints. It's hard to really tell, but you know, based on what I'm seeing here, this is definitely a B&M Giga coaster. Not a hyper. They already have a hyper there. So this is should definitely be a Giga. Alright, so this is the basic layout. This is one of the blueprints that were leaked, and this is the layout. And I must say I agree with most people. This is kind of disappointing. I mean, this is a very basic layout that we're looking at right here. And granted, we're not seeing airtime hills or possible inversions or anything like that. And case in point, I'll bring it to the next slide briefly. Here's the blueprint for Mystic Timbers before it came out. And everyone was saying, you know, what is this? You know, this for a GCI, this is very basic right here. And Mystic Timbers actually turned out to be pretty good. So I still have high hopes for this. Now, just looking at it, there's not a lot to go by as far as height, airtime, and I mean, there could be 20 airtime hills here, you guys. I mean, it doesn't appear to be that long neither. In fact, I would say that this is going to be the shortest Giga coaster in the world, which is unfortunate because you would have thought that this would break all kinds of records. But it appears that it's not going to. There very well could be. I mean, we'll see what they got up their sleeve. But here you got Flight of Fear over in the corner here, and here's the storage sheds. And this is where all the construction's going on right now. This is the station. And your lift hill is going to be right here. Drop will be somewhere around this area right here. And who knows what's in between here. I mean, it just looks like straight sections here. But we know that's not what it's going to be. There's going to be some airtime hills. Maybe some outward banks. I mean, there's got to be something here. Because this looks too basic right now. What kind of turnaround this is going to be, I don't know. I'd love to see some RMC style outward bank turns, similar to what we see on Steel Vengeance. That's a very cool turn, and I'd love to see B&M do that. It'd be really cool to do a turn like that going 90 miles an hour. I mean, that'd be awesome. So then you cut across over here, and you cross over, probably cross under the first section that you did over here, and you go past the racer, and there appears to be a upward helix right here. And I'm not a big fan of upward helixes. They have there's one on Nitro, and I don't like them very much at all. They just kind of slow you down. They don't do much for me. I like a downward helix. There are some people that are saying that this is a loop actually, and I don't think that's the case here. I don't think you'd see that here. I think it would just be more straight if this was a loop. Unless this is like some kind of corkscrew, massive zero-G roll. I'm not sure. I mean, to me, it has to be a helix. I just don't see this being an inversion. But once again, if it's not an inversion, I'd like to see like an outward bank turn here. Something different, you know, something unique here. And basically, you just got another turn, and you're back into the brakes. So, like I said, it's very basic. But once again, I showed you guys the blueprint for Mystic Timbers that also look very basic. So this could be a very great coaster, or it could be a disappointment. I mean, we just don't know at this point. But also, I forgot to point out too, here's the turn for the Beast. It gets pretty close, but I would have loved for this to go out in the distance, out by the Beast, but that's not going to happen. So going off to an aerial shot here. This is, I hand drew this in here. This is approximately where the roller coaster is going to be. So you got the lift hill. As you can see, it doesn't take up that much area of where Firehawk used to be. You can still see it in this aerial shot. Basically just the station is there, and you'll have the queue and the exit and stuff over here. But for the most part, the coaster itself does not sit very much in the Firehawk area. The majority of this ride is going to take place in the Dinosaurs Alive area, which is all tore up. Now here you can see where it goes farther out into the back of the park. There's the Beast turn right there. And I believe this is a maze that they use for Halloween right here. And you got the racer over here. Something that I find very interesting, you got Diamondback right here. There's Diamondback's lift hill. And here's the lift hill where the Giga coaster is going to be. So these are going to be lined up pretty much going in the exact same direction. So when you're standing over here in the kids area, you're going to be able to get a pretty nice shot of both of these coasters lined up right in front of each other, going up their lift hills and dropping. So I'm going to be looking forward to getting that money shot, definitely. So that's pretty much it for this update. I mean, we don't know much more about this coaster at this point as far as stats or anything like that. There are a couple names for it that Cedar Fair trademarked, but we're not sure if that's for this Giga coaster. They have they trademarked Orion and they trademarked Polaris. Both are cool names, but they just don't scream Kings Island to me. I mean, they have some really cool names for their rides, like mystical creatures, and like, you know, they got the Beast, they got Banshee, they have Diamondback, and then of course Mystic Timbers. And I just don't think Orion or Polaris goes with the park. And you know, I honestly don't think they're going to use either of those names, because they surprised us with Steel Vengeance. Nobody had any idea it was going to be named Steel Vengeance. Just because they trademark some names don't mean they're going to use them. So I honestly don't see those being the names of it. But I hope you guys found this video informative. If you did, please smash that like button, and definitely leave your thoughts in the comments section. I want to know what you guys think about the layout of this ride. Are you disappointed, or would you like to see something better? Or I just want to hear your thoughts, you guys. So make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section. Do share this video with your friends, and that's gonna be pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one. I'll catch you all in the next video very, very soon.